Welcome to These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the figure skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for our mamas. And the Grand Prix series continues with Skate Canada. Last event had me a little in my emotions. I'm calmer now. I've woosah. And I'm now prepared to start fresh, to start new. I'm in a better mental space. Trust me, guys. I promise there will be no ranting. Hell no, I'm lying, guys. I'm lying. I'm so stressed the hell out. Skate Canada has me so stressed because I literally feel like dance has me at the end of my rope. Piper and Paul, guys, you guys, you're the last of the Mohican. If that, I already knew I was not gonna like the rhythm dance theme. It's not on the skaters, it really is on the stupid theme. But literally, Piper and Paul are the last of the Mohican that I'm holding on to. If they don't deliver, guys, the ranting that's gonna happen in my next video, it's not even gonna be a video, it's gonna be a rant, and I'm gonna have to label it not a recap, but my ranting video. So, but I'm positive, I'm calm, I'm calm, and in my calmness, I'm gonna give you my prediction for how I think Skate Canada is going to go. I will give you the judges' pick, my pick, and I will start off with pairs and pairs and men. Then I'll do dance and women. So starting off with pairs, judges pick, I'm thinking maybe home field advantage, even though their last outing wasn't probably what they wanted, but I'm thinking that home court advantage. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe Deanna, Stiletto Dudek, Maxine Deschamps to win this. Then Minerva Fabian Hayes and Nikita Volodin in second place. Then Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud, third place. I don't think Ellie Kwan and Danny O'Shea can technically, well, maybe they couldn't technically do enough to get on the podium, but I don't know if the judges will save all of their extra gifts for Deanna and Maxime, or if they're gonna spread that Canadian love to Leah and Trent. So I'll put Ellie Kwan and Danny O'Shea in fourth place. Then I think Anastasia Vempenlaw and Luke Dibby, followed by Kelly and Lauren and Lucas Ether. Then Oksana Vuslamos and Tom Bouvart. And maybe lastly, I think the dance got updated and another pair got added, but I'm not too sure. I forgot who the other pair is. But that would be like the top 6, top 8 for the judges' pick. For my pick in pairs, I'm going to go with Minerva Fabian Hayes and Nikita Volodin. Even with the home court advantage, I just love that short program that Minerva and Nikita have. If they can deliver the short program cleanly, and I do understand that the judges are just not really going with them for some reason, but I think they look so fabulous, so short. That short program is so exquisitely tailored. The composition, the layout, they are giving us face. They are giving us emotion. And also their long program, I feel there is a lot of potential in that long program for them to grow into it, for it to possibly be an Olympic long program. It's not there yet, but I see the potential. So for me, I would put them first. Then I would put Deanna and Max. I like the short program. I'm not crazy about the backflip. I will continue to say this all season. I need Deanna to make it to the Olympic with back, hips, knees, ankles, everything in one shape. and I don't think that backflip in the middle of the program is necessary. But I do like the fact that they've incorporated it so that it doesn't stop the flow of the program. It's a lot smoother and it goes more with the program. Their long program, again, I see the potential there. But what I really wanted them to do was to bring back the Donemwala Oxygen short program, which was just absolutely an Olympic program. It just had such a base to it. So I like both of their program. I'm just not sold by either program. In third place, I would put Anastasia and Luke. I know this is not gonna happen, but I just feel like this British pair keeps impressing me with their growth. They keep impressing me with their determination. I feel like they're one of the pairs that's well connected with each other. They're connected with the music. I get it, their elements are not up to par with some of their competitors, but their musicality, their connection, I just enjoy watching them. Then in fourth place, I would put Leah and Trent. I don't really have much of an impression yet of either of their program. If I had to pick, I would say I prefer the short program to the long program, but neither of their program has really made a major impression on me. I'm hoping that changes. I'm hoping we get to see some momentum building on this home ice. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Then after Leah and Trent, I would put Ellie and Danny. You already know with Ellie and Danny, you're going to get beautiful programs. You're going to get wonderful in-between skating. The transition moves are going to be exquisite. But that side-by-side jump, the throws, that's a 50-50. That's not a bet I'm willing to take. So I'm going to enjoy the skating, but the technical aspect of it, probably not going to be there. Then, the rest would be the same for me. I feel like Kelly, Anne, and Lucas, technically, they have the elements down. The twist, the throws, the side-by-side. I just think this is another pair that needs to find a niche, that needs to find a packaging, that needs to find program that's really suited to them. Oksana and Tom, that twist is humongous. I don't care about the rest of the program, but I love their twist. I wish somebody would make a video where they measure the height of the twist so we could be able to determine who has the highest twist competing right now. I definitely think it's them. So I'm definitely looking forward to the twists. For the men, for the judges pick, based on what I've seen so far, I'm thinking they'll go Ilya Melanin, Kevin Amos, probably Nika Igatse. They really seem to be going with him this season. Then probably Stefan Gugolev. That hometown advantage should kick in right about now. Kyle Mura maybe can make it to the top 6 depending on how things go. Alexander Selevko, followed maybe by Nikolai Momola, then Tomoki Hiwatashi, then Kazuki Tomono, probably then Roman Sadovsky, then Vladimir Somalov, and then probably lastly Alexka Rasky is how I think the judges are likely to go. For me personally, of course, I think Ilya is going to win this. He's technically so far ahead of the other men that it's pretty difficult for him to win if he's relatively clean. He doesn't have to be completely clean, but if he's relatively clean, I think he should win this easily. If Kevin Amos can continue to be relatively consistent, once again, relatively consistent with the technical aspect while growing and the artistic aspect, I think the judges are ready, willing, and able to go with him if he's able to at least keep it together. Both of his programs, the short program is very much Party Kevin, which I enjoy. The Bolero is growing on me. It is growing on me. I definitely could see this having an Olympic moment if he could deliver it cleanly. And then Alexander Selevko, I had mistaken him and his brother at the last competition. Alexander is the one who's giving me Prince from top to bottom. He is giving me Prince. I would love for him to skate that short program cleanly. Would absolutely love it, because that program, if done cleanly, would just make me personally so happy as a Prince fan. Then after, in fourth place, I would put Kazuki Tomono. I know he's incredibly inconsistent. I know those jumps are a 50-50 bet that normally I wouldn't take, but I'm such a fan of Kazuki that I want to see him do better. Then I would probably have Roman Sadovsky, just because I think out of all the Canadian men, and we need to have a little Canadian, home court advantage, a little bit of love, I would give it to Roman, just because out of the other Canadian men, I think he's the most well rounded of the Canadian male skaters. But he's going to have to at least stay on his feet for 75% of the program. I think if he manages to do that, he could get the job done. Nikolai Momola seems to be struggling a little bit. I do love both of his program. He is giving us maximum Devo. And you guys know I love me a Devo. I love me a diva. I love me the drama. You guys know this. And Nikolai is one of these men on the ice who is giving it to me. So I hope the struggle with the jumps they manage to figure out a way to fix it, and we see him go clean and consistent here, because I'm definitely expecting there to be a fierce battle for that Italian men's team, with them only having 2 spots. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Then I would have Stefan Guglev. I'm pretty sure the judges will have Steven a lot higher, given how well he did at his last competition. And technically, if he could deliver, I can definitely see him like just off that podium. But for me, as much as Steven has grown, there's still so much of his skating that he needs to work on. So he doesn't quite do it for me. I'm putting Kalmura lower than I thought I would ever put him. But, oh, the jumps are a struggle. And I keep saying this, Cal finally has 2 programs that I really, really like. I especially love that samurai outfit for the long program, but I don't know if I'm going to get to see either of those programs skated cleanly. And that's very unfortunate, because he's such an amazing skater. Then Tomoki. I know Tomoki has been doing incredibly well in his competitions so far, definitely putting himself in that conversation. But Tomoki always scares me with his jumps. They're so wonky, and I'm always like, So I'm gonna put Tomoki further down. I hope he proves me wrong and he continues on his path towards that American male Olympic team spot, but I'm gonna play it safe. And then of course I'm putting Nika Getza all the way at the bottom, because there's no skating, there's no program, there is smoke breaks and jumps. And I'm pretty sure if he does the jumps, the judges will put him on the podium, but I don't care. He's going at the bottom of my list. Followed by Vladimir, who's also very much a jumper type of skater. He's going at the bottom of my list too, and I haven't seen Aleska skate so far this season, so I really don't know what he'll be able to deliver. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm praying to all of the skating deities for ice dance. I am praying to all of the skating deities for ice dance. I am gonna be so stressed watching ice dance. I won't even know what to do with myself. I've already did my Dollar Tree, $1.50 tree candle shopping. I have a whole table full. I'm going to literally pray the bad luck that we've been having with ice dance away. I have faith that I could do it. But my prediction for ice dance at Skate Canada and the judges' prediction will probably somewhat align and then differentiate somewhere. I feel like the judges' pick for ice dance will be Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier. Again, that home court advantage should definitely come into play. In second place will probably Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Laga. And third place will likely be Christina Carrera and Anthony Podomarenko. Then maybe in fourth place, Allison Reed and Seleuce Vilis. But then again, Christina and Anthony and Allison and Seleuce might switch spot because the judges really seem to want to go with Allison and Seleuce. So we're going to have to wait and see how that plays. And then probably Julia Tequila and Matthias Velus. Then Marie Gerd Laurent and Romain Laga. Probably then Jennifer Hassan von Runsberg and Benjamin Steffen, followed by Emily Bratti and Ian Somerville. Then probably Katerina Maskova and Danielle Masek. And maybe last, Leah Nazette and Artem Makalov. That's the judges' pick. My pick, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier. Please, 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 Piper and Paul. Please, please, please. Followed by Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Laga. Then in third place for me would be Julia Tequila and Matthias Velus. Then in fourth place would be Christina and Anthony. Then Allison and Seleuce. Then Marie Gerd and Roman. Then Emily and Ian. After Emily and Ian would be Jennifer and Benjamin. Then Katharina and Danielle. Then Leah and Artem. Now, Piper and Paul, of course, they're going to have going in the home court advantage. But having not seen their programs so far this season, they can't do that much worse than what's already been shown this season. So I feel like if they could just boutique of figure skating this, boutique of figure skating. I have been waiting to see what you could deliver. Now is the moment, boutique of figure skating. Please don't give me the gap of figure skating this season. Please give me something unique, something original, something fabulous. And Skate Canada, feel free to inflate those scores as if you were Cup of Georgia. Please feel free to inflate those scores like scores have never been inflated before. Feel free to give Piper and Paul 99. I am okay with that if that's what it takes. Then we're also going to see Marjorie and Zach. My la la capo la la. Again, I love this pair so much. I'm glad they decided to go back to a free dance that they love, that they skate so beautifully. That is an Olympic program, and that's going to get the Olympic chance. I hope, the rhythm dance, it is what it is. I hope they just enjoy it so that we could enjoy it, but the theme is what it is. I know the judges are probably going to bury Julia and Matthias, but I really like this pair. I especially the last two seasons just adored their free dance. And I'm hoping this season they come out, they're strong. They have both a strong rhythm dance and a free dance and give the judges very little room to bury them. Also, Christina and Anthony. They have grown so much. I do feel like working with Madison Hubble and working with Scott Moyer has done so much for them as a young pair. They've grown so much. They look so much more comfortable in themselves as well as with each other. And that is always wonderful to see. What I am hoping, what I am hoping is that there don't become another pair that's overly politicized, where it's more about their coach and who they're with than it is about their skating. I really hope they're one of those pairs who continues to grow and they don't just get boggled down by the fact that they're with IM and who their coaches are. That's what I'm hoping for this pair, because I really do feel like they have so much potential. Then after Christina and Anthony, I would put Allison and Salus. They programs are not doing a lot for me this season. Their rhythm dance is okay. Their free dance is okay. Now, that's not to say it won't grow as the season progresses. It just hasn't grown on me yet. And of course, I am putting right after Allison, Marie-Jurde, and Roman. You guys know I love this pair. I absolutely adore their uniqueness. I read somewhere that they're changing their rhythm dance, and I wonder why, because I really like their rhythm dance and I absolutely love their free dance. Even though I dislike Marie-Jurde's outfit, that fake plastic gold-plated snake around her body is just a little too much for my taste. Again, I have to say, Marie-France Dubry, why are you okaying these outfits? This is an Olympic season. That is not an Olympic outfit. The outfit is ugly, which is very sad because I adore this pair and I wish they would be packaged better. I know I've placed Emily and Ian really far down, and the reason is I would say like at several of their competitions they've made mistakes, and the problem with that is figure skating, especially ice dance, is a reputation based sport. So unless you're Madison Chalk and Evan Bate, for other pairs, when they make mistakes constantly, the judges hold those mistakes against them and their scores tend to be lower. I absolutely adore Ian. I think he's one of the best male ice dance skaters of this upcoming generation, and I do believe Emily is growing so much. I just don't know if the judges will forgive them for all their errors and not bury them. And then Jennifer and Benjamin, I really did not like their packaging last season. She was wearing that pink, I mean, sanitation jumpsuit is what I'd like to refer to it at. It wasn't attractive. But their packaging this season I feel is much better. Their programs are inoffensive. Again, nothing to write home about, but I'm not dissatisfied with them. Then Katerina and Daniel. This young pair has so much potential. They cover so much ice. They have such wonderful knee bend. They have so much speed. They're transitioning into seniors and they just haven't found the right programs for them yet. And I don't see the judges going with them this season, so this might be fairly difficult. This might be a fairly difficult season for them. And then also Leah and Autumn, another junior pair coming into senior. I think they're just gonna have to go through the process like it usually is for all the four discipline of figure skating. You know, it's a seniority game, so they're gonna have to go to the process. And then finally, my prediction for the women, the judges pick as well as my pick. I think I'm probably going to be very, very wrong on the women because women have been surprising me left and right. For the judges' pick, I would say Mona Sheba, followed by Amnina Kai, followed by Isabel Levito in third place, then Sarah Everhart, then probably Lara Naki Goodman, maybe Yuna Anoki, then Brady Tennell, then Madeline Skizas, then Sarah Maud Dupree, followed by Yoon Asun, and then Yulia Shayeva. I feel like that might be how the judge plays it. For me, I would still go with Mona Sheba in first place. Um, Again, I think Mona Sheba is an absolute fabulous skater. I really like both of her program this season. If she doesn't get those rotation jumps, which she does tend to do, but if she doesn't get the rotation jumps and she goes cleanly, overall, in terms of like her technical capability and packaging and component, for me, I would have her in first place. In second place, I'm going to have Amnina Kai. And Amnina Kai may prove me wrong again and win this with those triple axles. She's got the triple axel in the short and she's got it in the long. The short program is so fun. It's so fresh. It's that youthful, Olympic vigor that the judges in the ISU just absolutely adores. You know how they like to just pick a young up and coming skater and make her the Olympic champion out of nowhere. And Amnina Kai is definitely giving me those kind of vibe. And then her long program is absolutely lovely. It shows how much range and how much power this skater has. Now I know this is impossible, but I'm putting Yuna Aoki on the podium. Give her a Grand Prix medal, please. You guys know aesthetically, Yuna Aoki is one of my ideal type of skater. Her musicality, her quality of edge, her hand position, her head position, everything about this skater just sings to me. But she's so inconsistent, I just don't know. Then I would have in fourth place Lara Naki Gutman, original. Whenever I think of Lara, the first thing I think of is original. Both of her program this season bring me so much joy. As a skater, she brings me so much joy. This is definitely a skater who has her point of view and she embodies that point of view, and that's what we hear, and it is so authentic and I love it. I absolutely love it. Then I would have Sarah Everhart for the consistency and girthiness of her jumps. Like her programs are okay. That again, nothing offensive, nothing to write home about. But the girthiness of her jumps makes me so happy whenever I see it. You know how much I hate these little pre-rotated, barely getting off the ice, tiny things that be getting passed off at jumps. You get none of that from Sarah. Sarah's giving you jumps that makes you understand you just saw a jump, and I love that. Then I would have Isabel Levito. Again, there's so much that I absolutely adore about Isabel's skating. She has beautiful legs position. She has nice spins. She's musical. She's performative. She's likable. I'm not going to talk about her jumps. Next, Brady Tennell. I don't know. I feel like Brady might be a silent killer. I feel like Brady might be the dark horse. I'm starting to feel what Brady's selling. I'm starting to buy it a little. Again, we're gonna need a very generous tech caller who's not gonna call her rotations, her edges, but you never know. If we get that generous tech caller, Brady might be way higher than what me or the judges have her as. And then Madeline. I'm expecting Madeline to come out and do a fabulous short program. The reason why I have her so low is she just doesn't have the stamina to get through a long program yet. And she hasn't had that stamina, I would say, for 2 seasons now. And I don't know where she's in terms of her Olympic journey. And so because of that, I'm putting her fairly low. Another girthy jumper. Oh my gosh, the definition of girthy is Sarah Maud Dupree. And I do like her program. I think Sarah has so much sass, so much personality. She gives you that girl vibe, and I love her. I know she's trying a triple act, so I don't quite know how I feel about that. Because on the one hand, I understand the concept of going for broke. It's the Olympic season, and this is your chance. It only comes once every 4 years. For some people, once in a lifetime. She wants to make sure she gives it everything. But I just don't know if like throwing in a triple axel in an Olympic season is the best idea. But I'm pretty sure Sarah is going to give it her all, and I cannot wait to see it. As for the other two women, Ansun and Yulia, um, I don't have much of an impression on either so far this season, so I'm really hoping to see what they're capable of doing at this event so that I can have a better impression of it. I'm hoping that the judging is fair. I'm hoping that I don't have to throw another tantrum about ice dance. I'm hoping that this is just a fair, uneventful event. But these are my predictions, but you guys let me know in the comment, how do you think Skate Canada is gonna go?